Well, welcome everyone to the Finance and Governance Committee meeting being held at the Tech One building, Bridge Street, Muswellbrook, on Tuesday, 12th of May, starting at 4:40. Can we have acknowledgement of country? Thank you, Councillor Douglas.
I'd like to acknowledge the Wanneroo people, the custodians of the land that this meeting is held on tonight. And I pass on my deepest respect to elders past, present and emerging.
This meeting is being recorded for benefit that can be viewed on the council website. Apologies, we have Councillor Dunn, Councillor Barry. To accept those things, Councillor Mahajan, Councillor Morris. Confirmation of I'm sorry. Put that to the vote. There, of all members of the actual committee. Confirmation minutes from previous meetings. I have a Councillor Morris, Councillor Drayton. Any discussion? No discussion. I put the motion. All that vote accepting the minutes. Declared unanimous of those committee members present. Disclosure of any pecuniary or non-pecuniary interest, starting on my left. No. Councillor Morris, no. Councillor Hutchin, no. Councillor Drayton, no. Myself, no. No. Any of business arising from the previous minutes? No. Okay, moving straight on to 6.1, the awarding of a sponsorship for Two Rivers Wines for the 2026 Carols in the Lions. The recommendation is that the Finance and Governance Committee approves cash sponsorship of $6,000 to Two Rivers Wines for the staging of the 2026 Carols on the Vines to be held at the winery on Saturday, the 5th of December 2026. Do I have a mover and a seconder?
Yeah,
Councillor Drayton, Councillor Morris. Discussion? Any discussion? The only comment I would make is for members of the public, just to understand, if you have a look at the breakdown of costs and the support of this, council donating money to a commercial enterprise. It is basically supporting an event that is happening at a location. I'll put the motion. All those in favour? Declare it passed unanimously by those members present.
Excuse me, through you, Mr. Chair. I'd like to notify the meeting that I'm on the board of Arts Up Hunter, which has been considered next. So, of course, I'm not a voting member of this, but should I leave?
No, I don't think you can leave.
Thank you.
6.2 is the awarding of community grant or contribution Arts Up Hunter for flavours and voices of the Muswellbrook Shire. The recommendation is that the Finance and Governance Committee approves a community grant of $12,000, $10,000 in cash, and $2,000 in kind to support the Arts Up Hunter to assist with the delivery of the flavours and voices of the Muswellbrook Shire multicultural community project. Do I have a mover and a seconder? Councillor Morris, Councillor Mahajan. Discussion? Councillor Morris.
I must say, I applaud the effort. The price tag attached to producing 200 books of $28,000 to me is extraordinary. Translates to about $140 per book. It suggests in the report here that they're then going to on-sell the books to fund other projects that Arts Up Hunter will do, I imagine. But it appears to be moving in a backwards direction from my perspective. But anyway, just to note that I thought $28,000 was a lot of money for 200 booklets. And I must admit that I was a little confused with the in-kind partnership. So just to be clear, the funding amount is only $18,500, not $28,000. dollars, of which council are asked to give $10,000 toward. Is that correct?
The general manager.
Thank you. Chair, thank you, councillor
I
Master.
think, with careful, you can speak on that. But the representative of the board with regards to action address.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'll
Thank
speak.
Okay.
Noting that Ivan has a conflict of interest, helped to write the report. The application says the total cost of the project is $28,200 with councils in, cash contribution to that being 10 and our in-kind contribution, which is staff time and resources for the 2,000. The maximum amount that a community, one organization can apply for from council in a financial year is 10,000. So that maxes out the amount that Arts Unkind would be able to apply, which is from the report I actually read it out for the total of the project, or the lines, whatever.
It just struck me as an astounding amount of money to produce 200 booklets.
Yeah.
And sorry, to the chair, and also the resources and time to collect the data and the information.
That's all, sir.
That's fine. I was to know, to bring to the attention, basically, that perhaps next time, did I say this correctly? A better approach to make it more financially viable projects. I think, again, the project I think is commendable. I think it's a fantastic initiative, actually. No doubt about that. I cannot think I could have done a little cheaper, potentially. Next time, maybe.
All right, I'll just one comment. No, as I read the application, read blue council, to me, it naturally flows to a celebration at some stage. It was mentioned at the last line in the application, the actual original application, it might have been mentioned that would potentially at some stage was anticipated that we might be looking at like a festival of some sort, like a multicultural festival. And to me, to do all this work and then not continue it, to actually make the full community aware of it and participate in, an enclosing situation, I think would be remiss. So certainly, I did know that some other, can't remember now, there was some other item on the agenda further on where it was actually kind of semi alluded to as well. But I really did see, like, my mind went to the glow, the night the glow, and that something like that attached to something like a multicultural festival, both around food and entertainment and all the rest of it.
Yeah.
Something because we wanted this whole thing to reach out and also to bring back to include. So that would be a great finish to the whole situation. Any other discussion? I put the motion. All those in favour? They're unanimous of those members present. We're moving on to 6.3, which is an awarding of a community grant or contribution to St Martin's Guild Markdown. The recommendation is that the Finance and Governance Committee approves a community cash grant of $5,000 to St Martin's Martindale Women's Guild for works to close the underfloor area of the Martindale Community Hall and prevent animal access. Do I have a mover and seconder?
Yeah.
Councillor Craig. Councillor Morris. Discussion.
No discussion.
We'll put the motion. All those in favour, raise your hand. Clear unanimous of those committee members present. 6.4, which is the awarding of a community grant contribution to Upper Hunter Homeless Support. The recommendation is that the Finance and Governance Committee approves a community grant cash of $5,000 to. Sorry. What's happened there? I'll have to go back. On my sheet, I see put twice. I'll go back to the actual minutes. Okay, I've got it. So the financing, the actual recommendation of the document is the Finance and Governance Committee approves community grant cash of $4,900 $86 to the Upper Hunter Homeless Support for the development, delivery of the spot and support ambassadors workplace training program. Do I have a mover and seconder? Councillor Morris, Councillor Mahajan. Discussion.
Thank you.
No, thank you.
My only comment would be, I really didn't pick up on who will actually undertake the training. It was a bit general with regards to that. I didn't really understand who would be doing it. It's training to observe and pick up instances in the community. And I'm not sure who that was going to be. I can understand the need for it, but I wasn't sure how that was going to happen. That selection process was going to happen. Get council officers who just let us know council general terms. That's all I don't think that's any more than
Workplace environment, basically. So it's going to workplaces, I think.
yes. So we're saying, like I said, would be a team leader from the council, or what that's what I was saying.
I'll check up on it.
Just because we've got people who live in that world all the time and are trained in that world. And then you've got just the general public, we've got these people in the middle, which I think is trying to best obviously understanding. That's all.
Please, Mr. Chair, as Shirley and I said, it is around, it's developing and finalising the training module and the Upper Hunter home support staff will facilitate decisions.
Yeah, no, I'm just trying to understand how they select who they're going to train.
It is a good question. My document says $4,986 is what they're after. That suggests they know exactly what it's going to cost.
That's right.
To do this. The report does then go on to say that in May and June, which is where we're at right now, that they'll develop the training module and start preparation.
It doesn't say.
So I'd say that's right. So I'd say that they've got a pretty good idea who's doing it. The report just doesn't tell us.
That's right. That's what I'm saying. And that's why I say I don't just for me to change the motion. I just think it'd be nice to the community, to the councillors, exactly who is going to do it. That's all.
Yeah.
I don't think it changes that doesn't change the recommendation.
Thanks, Mr. Chair. We'll provide that information. Thank you.
I therefore put the recommendation. All those in favour? There unanimous of those committee members present. Council grant update. The recommendation is that the Finance and Government Committee note the information contained in the report and endorses council staff to review and apply for funding opportunities identified. Do I have a mover and seconder? Councillor Morris, Councillor Drayden. Discussion? No discussion, councillors, council officers need to make any comment? No.
Not really. The main thing is that I think it was after the report was put together, we submitted an application for funding last Friday for about 100,000 matched by council for EV chargers in the town centre. So that's probably the main update for the report that I wrote a week or two back. This community building partnership where Dave Lozelle has got 450,000 to distribute across his electric. I think that's a lot of money if we were to get the grant. I think the risk of not getting it is high, but we've put our interest in, basically, our expression of interest.
Thank you.
And if we progress to the detailed application stage, that'll happen in June or July. Sorry, Matt.
Yeah. You were Matt, go.
No, I'm sorry.
Yeah. I've just been with regards to the EV thing. I'll just make a comment with regards to the Aspect Council is that the location of much more in relation to Sydney and all the rest of it, and the EV world and the way the EV world is expanding. We're in a perfect situation to actually attract people into the town if we have a readily available supply of EV charging stations adjacent to the CBD. I think we've got a great opportunity. We're a good distance from Sydney. We're in a pretty good location. We set up and going on. I think we should pursue that as well. All right.
Did the plans for the pocket park not include EV charging stations behind
Now
that?
there's plans to have some EVs adjacent to it. Yes.
Yeah.
But you think it's a situation where, look down the track with regards to the caravans and everything at the back, we're going to get a situation at some stage where caravans are going to be pulled by heavy vehicles.
Mm.
And how do they pull up to a non-standard EV charging station when they're current caravan? Anyway, I have a mover and a second. I put the motion. All those in favour, raise their hand. I'll go past by all those councillors, members of the committee present. It's 6.6, which is the monthly financial report for April 2026. The recommendation is that the finance government meeting notes the financial reports for the month ending the 30th of April 2026. I have a mover and a seconder. Councillor Morris, Councillor Mahajan. Discussion. Councillor Morris.
No, thank you.
Supporting.
Yes.
Very good. I hope that hard work for you, both of yours. All right. No further discussion. I'll put the motion. All those in favour of accepting, I'll declare it passed unanimously by those members present. There's no items to close committee meeting.
No, Mr. Chair.
The date of the next meeting is down for the 9th of June 2026. And I then will close this meeting at 3 minutes to 5.